Okay, the main circuit breaker is up, the main light is on, act light is on, position on, accel on, experiment off, fan on, heater off. And the latch is in the release position.
Okay, well, we haven't even tried it yet. I was just reporting in that we think we're finished with space lab activation.
We'd like you to mark the time. Load 2, pressurization.
Traction of the gaseous oxygen vent hood or beanie cap should take place any moment.
You are go for step 2, 2-11.
PLT, OTC, clear caution warning memory, verify no unexpected errors. That's a what? OTC, PLT, caution warning memory cleared, no unexpected errors.
Beanie cap being removed from the top of the external tank. The next few seconds, the flight crew will close and lock their visors.
Good work.
T-minus 30 seconds.
25.
Thousands of gallons of water will be dumped on the launch platform in a few seconds.
15.
T-minus 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2. Booster ignition and liftoff of Discovery and a team of explorers shaping their destiny.
Roger, roll, Discovery.
Houston is now controlling. The roll maneuver is complete and Discovery is now in a heads down, wings level position, carrying the next resident crew to the International Space Station. Seconds into the flight. Discovery's engines are now throttling down to 72% of rated thrust as it passes through the area of maximum aerodynamic pressure. Discovery already at an altitude of 5.5 miles.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Go at throttle up.
And Discovery's 3 liquid-fueled main engines are now back at full throttle, 104% of rated thrust. Discovery has now expended 2.5 million pounds of propellant. It weighs less than half of what it did at the time of its liftoff. Now at an altitude of 19 miles, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center at 17 miles. Officer here in Mission Control confirms separation of the solid rocket boosters. Little more than 6 minutes of powered flight remaining now.
Discovery, 2-engine bend.
2-engine bend.
And with that call, Discovery could make it to the transatlantic landing site at Ben Guerir, Morocco, if one engine should fail. However, all 3 engines are continuing to perform well. Discovery is now at an altitude of 44 miles, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, 65 miles. 3 minutes into the flight. Discovery now at an altitude of 50 miles, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center at a distance of 87 miles. All systems on board are continuing to perform well, with just about 5.5 minutes of powered flight remaining.
Discovery Houston, negative return.
Negative return.
Discovery is now too far downrange and has gained too much altitude to return to the Kennedy Space Center in the event of an engine failure. However, the engines and other systems on board are continuing to perform well. Discovery is now at an altitude of 64 miles, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, a distance of 170 miles. About 4 minutes of powered flight remaining on board as the crew continues its climb to orbit.
Discovery, press to ATO, select Zaragoza.
Press ATO, select Zaragoza.
With that call, Discovery could now reach orbit on 2 engines should one fail. Once again, all 3 engines continuing to perform well. Discovery is now downrange from the Kennedy Space Center at a distance of about 257 miles. Just about 3.5 minutes of powered flight remaining. We're 5 minutes and 12 seconds into the flight of Discovery.
Okay, here we go, thanks.
Did I already tell you that I put tape 90 in Unit 1 and 89 in Unit 3? tape 90 in Unit 1 and 89 in Unit 3.
And, that's a great view on the high gain.
So we're going to be down your tack buffer. Good name.
Okay, nitrogen is 98.
198, after rebooting the computer, I verified that it in fact was what I had edited, so that it is the correct scenario.
Discovery, we are 1 minute from spreading. We will be unable to speak to you for about 1 minute.
Okay, thanks.
And we have a little bit extra work for you to do. We'd like you to stay in this current DAP and then turn to page 10-5 of Orbit Ops and perform steps 4, 5, and 6 as written.
Houston Discovery, I'm putting MPS powered on isolation and GH2 alerting in work.
Discovery Houston, we copy Vegas.
Okay, 13 and 14 are finished and I'm working on 15.
Discovery Houston, we like your onboard targets. You have a go to load. Vegas, we copied regarding ISOL and alerting.
You know, if I hadn't said it before, you guys...
Okay, we copy, thanks.
Now the green power light, the green data light, no other lights on the outside, and the tricolor is on.
Something that continues until I say done. Oh, never mind, it says to wait 2 minutes.
And Angie, before we talk about that, I came across message 119 that just came in for the blue shift that talks about not powering down STDCE. Do you want to invoke that now before I do whatever that is later on?
Two quick notes as you go over the hill. Check nose wheel steering off. Also, we would like to leave the elbow camera on. Above and beyond the wonderful views we're getting, Inco is doing a little...
Houston Comtech, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, test out.
Is that reversal something that continues until I say done? Oh, never mind, it says to wait 2 minutes. And Glenn, is that reversal something that continues until I say done? Oh, never mind, it says to wait 2 minutes.
Houston Discovery, starting ET umbilical door closure.
Discovery Houston, we are monitoring Vegas.
Okay, 13 and 14 are finished and I'm working on 15.
You betcha.
Do you copy the APU cooling? You're clear to turn that off?
Great to see you.
You know, you guys will know that we've been up here too long when we start refusing to change those DSP in and out switches for you guys. Can we use the high-top one to power the camcorder? Can you guys turn that on for us?
Tank 5, heaters Alpha and Bravo. 2 switches to off, OFF.
Houston Discovery, ET umbilical door closure complete.
And Discovery Vegas, we concur. We saw dual motor times on all. We'd like to get a forward window report when convenient.
Okay, stand by.
Okay, that's good news.
Then your option, but we can do the Bravo and Charlie survey from the ground if you guys are...
And Houston, are we good to maneuver?
Stand by. Discovery Houston, you are go to maneuver.
Here we go.
Well, Karen, your voice has changed. I just wanted to tell you guys that this one set up real nicely. Just no problems with bubbles at all. I do want to let you know that it's in tube 26 after all. I had a false start on 27A, and I finally decided that tube 27 wasn't meant to be, and I may as well not mix up all the letters and have the right letters and a different tube number. So everything's in tube 26, but I'd see no problem with bubbles, and it looked real nice. So we'll see.
Houston Discovery on the window report.
And Discovery Wex, go ahead, sir.
Several smudges, even more so than I've seen on other flights, although they tend to be less in obscurity. In other words, they're not as bright, but there are more of them than usual. No factor, of course. It's just doesn't look like it did very much.
Yeah, Wex, we copy all. Thank you. Discovery Houston, Wex, is that true for both the commanders and pilot sides, sir?
And, that's a great view on the
Yes,
game.
that's affirmative.
Copy, thank you.
Okay, I did a SAMS monitor, and we are recording on drive 1. Everything else is nominal. And you ready for GFSC? And Glenn, is that reversal something that continues until I say done? Or never mind, it says to wait 2 minutes.
We got a good camera Bravo view.
APU cooling off. Your wastewater dump quantity is dumped to 80%. And whenever you guys are ready, we'll try sort out this DFI procedure.
Okay, I copy that. Okay, well, we haven't even tried it yet. I was just reporting in that we think we're finished with space lab activation. Okay.
And at your convenience, we would like to get a status on where you are in the flight plan, whether you're on schedule, ahead or behind.
We'd like you to mark the time.
And Angie, before we talk about that, I came across message 119 that just came in for the blue shift that talks about not powering down STDCE. Do you want to invoke that now before I do whatever that is later on?